everybody, and welcome to A-Town High School here in Abingdon, Illinois, as we are about ready to get things underway. It's senior night for the #1 team in Class 1A girls basketball. The A-Town Tornadoes hosting the Lady Rebels of Stark County, and what should be a fun matchup here to wrap up the home slate of the regular season. My name's Wyatt Reed. Happy to be with you here this evening as we've got senior night festivities in the books, at least out on the floor. We'll have some the seniors. Actually, the plan is to talk to all the seniors post-game here after this one's all said and done. So we're excited for that, and going to be a great night here, honoring four of the great players here for the A-Town Tornadoes as they play their final home game here at A-Town High School. Coach Dugan's got this team rolling, although coming off of a tough one last Thursday in more than one way, as they lost to Peoria Notre Dame 72-39. So that snaps their long winning streak that they had coming into that one. But even more so, probably the more concerning thing is the fact that Caden Quinn broke her thumb in that ball game. So they will be without her services here this evening. So we'll see how A-Town is able to adjust that next man up mentality. That's going to have to be the case here tonight as the A-Town Tornadoes look to get their 24th win of the season. They come into this one 23-4. Stark County comes into this one 11-14. Very scrappy bunch, and they're going to look to knock off that #1 team in Class 1A. We're about ready to get underway for the national anthem. We've got the band right behind us. I'll just turn my mic up once they start, and we'll do the national anthem here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH when we come back.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available. So with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've been able to add more care, and that's very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they leave and they definitely feel like they've been listened to, and they feel like their needs have been met, their cares have been met, and that they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. That is right, you saw it right down there below us. Kennedy Quinn doing the national anthem here on TSSR. A multifaceted athlete, also a multifaceted talent in many regards. Kennedy Quinn leading the way here as we get ready for senior night here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. My name's Wyatt Reed, happy to be here with you. Final home game of the year for the A-Town girls, the #1 team in Class 1A. Steve bringing up a good point. I think you're right, Steve. I think the only losses A-Town has suffered this year is to 2As and 3As. Actually, I'll have to take a look at that and make sure that is the case. I think they did lose to Southeastern back early this season, and they're 2A. So you might be right there, Steve. All of their losses here this season were to 2As or even 3As, and tough competition on the 2A and 3A side as well. So you look at A-Town's record, you're like, okay, 23-4, #1 team in the state for a reason, because they're taking care of business in their division, Class 1A. So let's get to starting lineups here, as Stark County's starting lineup making their way out there. Number 3 is Sophie Finnegan. Number 10 is Emily Dimitrian. Number 11 out there here tonight. Well, let me see if I got number 11. That's Coley Johnston, excuse me. Number 15 is Mavie Colgan. And number 22 is Kenna Newton. That is your starting five for the Lady Rebels of Stark County. A-Town Tornadoes, again, their starting lineup going to look a little bit different. No Caden Quinn, but the thing we do know for certain, that is Kennedy Quinn making her way out there. Again, coming off of singing the national anthem. Again, a very good job from Miss Kennedy Quinn. Making her way out there with the senior, number 10, Ellie Pompeo. All four seniors, I imagine, in that starting lineup. Ellie Pompeo, number 10. Number 11 is Emma Gunther. Number 15, another senior, Haley Redding, making her way out there. And then the fourth and final senior on the squad, number 24, that would be Miss Taylor Ford. Kennedy Quinn, Haley Pompeo, Emma Gunther, Haley Redding, Taylor Ford for A-Town. For Stark County, let me get those numbers all squared away. Sophie Finnegan, Emily Dimitrian. Number 11 is Coley Johnston. Number 15 is Mavie Colgan, and number 22 is Kenna Newton. That's your starting lineup for both sides as we are about ready to get underway. Stark County in the Road Reds, which are different from the JV side who had the Road Blacks here this evening. I don't know if I've ever seen that. You see the JV side come out in one uniform. I probably have, but it's very rare that you see that. Stark County, though, rocking the Reds here tonight as Stark County will win that one. They'll bring it back and an over and back. Not the ideal start there. Emily Dimitrian was looking for. She forgot which basket she needed to go to. So that's quite the way to start the ball game here. 7:55 to go. Senior night here is all four seniors on the A-Town girls side in the starting lineup. There's one of those seniors. That's Emma Gunther. Gets it to Pompeo. And losing it out of play is Kennedy Quinn. So both teams dealing with a turnover here in the early going. 7:47 to go as we are underway. Stark County brings it across the timeline. There's Kenna Newton with it, free throw line. Handing it off, driving inside, going to the baseline, puts up the hook shot. That one's no good by Johnston. Coley Johnston, by the way, getting the start. She is just a freshman. Didn't see her in the JV game because she was getting ready for this one. We got a whistle, we got a tie up. Possession arrow will keep it here. A-Town comes into this one 23-4 on the season. Again, holding the number 1 ranking in Class 1A. Only losses this season to high-end 2 and 3A teams. Here's Kennedy Quinn going to the baseline, splitting through 3 defenders. That shot up no good by Emma Gunther. Rebound comes out. Here comes Stark County going the other way. Slow start offensively for both sides. Left wing 3 on the way. That one off the back rim. No good by Dimitrian. It goes out of play. It'll be A-Town basketball. 7:02 to go here in the opening quarter. Taylor Ford inbounds it. Kennedy Quinn. Quinn, the only non-senior in the starting lineup here. And A-Town dealing with that injury bug here. Caden Quinn dealing with the thumb issue. Wishing a speedy recovery for her here tonight, as that shot no good by Haley. Haley Redding. That one partially blocked out of play. 6:44 to go here in the first, as Avery Stiegel will check in for Ellie Pompeo. Going to see a lot of Avery Stiegel, I imagine, here tonight. Who's going to be able to step up, though, in that Caden Quinn role? That's a deep 3. That one back near the volleyball line for Kennedy Quinn. Although it's something I will mention to maybe Coach Dugan after this ball game is over. I saw Caden Quinn warming up here before the ball games, and it's on her right hand. I assume she's right hand dominant, but she was shooting jumpers one-handed, left-handed, and she was making them from the free throw line. These were not close range shots. She was making them from free throw line and further away. That one's poked away, stolen away by Kennedy Quinn. 1-on-2. Here she comes all by herself. Lays that one up, no good. Offensive rebound. Haley Redding lays it back up and in. Haley Redding, first points of the ball game. But again, she was making them more consistently than I see even some guys making those kind of shots. It was very impressive. So I'm sure if worst came to worst, they may be able to do something. But obviously, she's going to be she'll be out for a while, dealing with that broken thumb as falling to the floor and traveling with it on the way down. Emily Demetrian. Tough go for her here in the early going. That's 2 or even 3 turnovers as we got a quick timeout. Coach Dugan not liking what he's seeing, so a full timeout for A-Town. We'll take it with him. We're back after this. TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. There you see Caden Quinn on the screen dealing with that cast you saw on her hand. That's what we were talking about, injuring that during the Peoria-Notre Dame game back on Thursday. A-Town coming in off of that loss to PND. The number, what did we say, the number 3 team in Class 2A girls basketball. That's a team that not a lot of people want to face, I will say. Peoria Notre Dame, they are always tough. And that was a tough one for A-Town to take, but you know what? Losses like that make this team better. There's a 3 from the corner. That one no good by Kennedy Quinn, and a battle for the rebound. Stark County comes away with it. A-Town off the timeout. Ooh, Avery Stiegel trying to save it, but it goes out of play off the fingertips of Stiegel. Feel free to get into the comments. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're pulling for. Send your regards to the seniors. We will maybe show some of the seniors some of those comments if they're nice enough. Show the girls them when they come up and chat with us in the postgame. Here's Demetrian driving, loses the handle, it's taken away. There's Emma Gunther. Boy, she plays such good defense. As that one left side, there's Haley Redding, left wing 3 on the way. That one's up and good. It's Haley Redding. That one from the left wing. 5-0 start, all by Haley Redding, the senior. A-Town with the lead, 4:45 to go. That was a beautiful play. Then there's Haley Redding intercepting that pass. Here comes Kennedy Quinn the other way. Running the fast break. Nice pass. Taylor Ford puts it up, no good. But a foul is called. Taylor Ford going to the basket, running the fast break. Usually we see Avery Stiegel running those fast breaks, but it was Ford on that one. I think Stiegel was there as well. Foul on Stark County, number 15, Mavie Colgan. Hopefully I'm saying her name right there. If I'm not, Stark County, help me out. Mavie Colgan, though, the foul, her first, team's first. First free throw, no good. Second free throw for Ford. That one also no good. Tough start from the line there for Taylor Ford as we got a whistle. Tie up. Possession arrow will give it to Stark County. 4.5 to go here in the first quarter. 5-0. A-Town with the early lead. Offense a little slow, but the defense has been stout here in the early going. Left side, driving the baseline. Here comes Johnston. Puts up the mid-range jumper. That one's up and good. Coley Johnston gets the scoring going for the Lady Rebels. And it's 5-2. Here comes Kennedy Quinn through traffic. Tried to hit Avery Stiegel, and it's tipped out of play. A-Town appears to be rushing things a little bit here in the early going. 4:09 to go. Just slow down, play your game. Of course, dealing with the new changes with no Caden Quinn. That one intercepted again by Haley Redding. Her and Kennedy Quinn coming on the fast break. Puts up the mid-range shot. That one's no good. A rebound over the back. Might have been better off handing that one off to Kennedy Quinn, who was running the fast break with her. But foul is called. That'll be the first foul on number 15, Haley Redding. Her first, team first. Scoreboard has her with 2, but they gave it to the wrong 15. because 15 had the foul on the first foul on the other side, so the scoreboard couldn't determine who picked up the foul. There we go. Now the scoreboard fixed it. Right side, it's Emma Gunther. Gets it up top. Kennedy Quinn gets a screen from Stiegel. There's a jumper, free throw line. That one rattles out, no good. Offensive rebound. Hands it off to Stiegel, puts up the shot. Gunther tried to go for the rebound. It's tipped out of play off the hands of Stark County. We got substitution. Two different players coming in. Number 24, Haley Moody. Number 23 into the ball game. Let me get that number there for you. That is Hallie Newton, who we saw in the JV game. Shots up and good. A three once again by Haley Redding. Nice play on the inbounds play. Haley Redding, the star of the show so far. She's got 8 points. And a whistle and a turnover. Stark County struggling with the turnovers. Let me write that name down here before I forget. Hallie Newton again into the game. Taylor Ford with it right side. She'll drive. Pump fake. Kicks it to Quinn. Nice pass. Gunther! That one no good, but a block and a foul. Steve asking the question, who's going to be the 6th man for A-Town dealing with the Caden Quinn injury? Well, that's a good question. To be honest with you, I'm not sure, as Gunther misses the first. I imagine you're going to get Stiegel in the starting lineup. Ellie Pompeo got the start here tonight, but I imagine you're going to see Avery Stiegel playing a ton of minutes down the stretch here. And we'll see. We'll see who comes off the bench. We'll see if Tiana Hamilton will get some playing time. That one's tipped, nearly stolen away by Stiegel, and she saved it inbounds, but right to Stark County, driving inside. Foul called, and that's going to be 2 shots upcoming for Stark County. But you wonder, is Pompeo going to get some more playing time? Will you get maybe that Tiana Hamilton coming in, playing some minutes? Questions that we'll have answered as the season moves on here for the A-Town Tornadoes, the #1 team in the state, but again dealing with injuries to Caden Quinn and Miley Weber, who were kind of some bench options for the Tornadoes. Driving inside, that's Quinn getting the foul called. I'd like to see maybe Macy Brooks come in and play some minutes. I think she's been playing pretty well here, so I don't know. Maybe we'll ask Coach Dugan here. I know he's got that question to answer here as this one moves along. First free throw, Kennedy Quinn on the scorer's sheet. A point that is not Haley Redding. First one up and good. Second one off the rim, no good. 9-2. That one out of play off the hands of Stark County. Boy, they've been better off letting that one go. But I imagine you're going to see the starters play a lot of minutes unless foul trouble gets in the way. Nice pass. Oh, back to Quinn off the inbound play. Lays it up and in. Oh, what a beautiful play off the inbound. Ford finds Quinn. It's 11-2. Right side we go. Stark County with it up top of the key. There's a 3 on the way. That one off the side of the rim. That one's no good by Johnston. Rebound, Kennedy Quinn. Here she comes the other way. Kicks it left side. Here's Redding. Back to Quinn. Left side. 3 on the way. Ooh, that one's well short. Offensive rebound. Gunther tried to put it back up and in. It's tipped out of play off the hands of Gunther. And it will be Stark County basketball. 30-second timeout is called. The Lady Rebels want to talk things over. 1:56 to go. We'll take 15 back after this. TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH.
You get the opportunity to see so many different things that if you worked at a bigger hospital, you may not be able to see. You know, work is not just about the job, it's also about the people that work alongside you. And we have the best teamwork. They're like a second family. Sometimes you can't get that feeling other places.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call. First quarter of action, 1:56 to go. 11-2, A-Town with the early lead. Haley Redding, the senior, putting on a show. She's got 8 points here in the early going, but Coach Dugan still coaching her up. As they broke the huddle, he was talking with Haley as she was stepping onto the floor, so I know he's been very vocal. He's mentioned her by name a couple of times here. knows what he can get from Haley. That one's stolen on the inbounds play. Gets it to Haley. Running that fast break. Oh, and that one's laid up and in. Haley Redding gets it to go. She's got double digits already. Happy senior night. 13-2. Gets that one up the floor. Coming the other way. We got a whistle and a foul. That'll be on A-Town. It'll be their third. Steve did bring up a good point. Normally, I forgot, considering she's dealing with the injury here tonight as well. Steve was saying normally he would be guessing Anna Servin would be getting that playing time. We were talking about who the sixth man would be now that Caden Quinn's dealing with the injury, and many would guess Avery Stiegel's going to get the starts from here on out. We got a whistle, another foul called. Drawing that foul, Emily Demetrian, and she's going to go to the line. That'll be 2 shots. Foul called on Emma Gunther. But yeah, Anna Servin during the JV game tweaked her ankle or knee. She was seen earlier walking around, so probably just a little tweak. Hopefully it's nothing too bad. As Demetrian gets on the scoreboard. 13-3 our score. Second free throw on the way. Off the back of the rim, no good by Demetrian. Battle for the rebound. Haley Redding comes away with it. But yeah, that would be the one. I think that'll be your 6th option, because they were hoping to have her in that role anyway, have her play some more minutes. That was before the injury. Laying that one up and in, it's Haley Redding once again. But before the injury to Miley Weber, they were talking about potentially having her or Anna Servin play minutes, as that one laid up with the left hand. That one up and good. Hallie Newton getting that one to go. Second field goal of the ball game. A quick 3 the other way, and that one's no good by Quinn. 15-5 the score, under a minute to go. But after that's all said and done, here we go. 45 seconds to go up top. Johnston with it. Johnston moves right side, tried to hand it off to her teammate. That's poked, stolen away. Haley Redding comes away with it again, getting it to Stiegel, right-handed layup, running the fast break. That one's no good, but coming away with it for a moment. We got a whistle and a foul. That'll be another foul on Stark County. Now both teams with 4 fouls here. 30.9 seconds to go. Boy, Haley Redding is playing really well here so far. She's got 12 of the 15 points. Kind of a nice way to send the senior out here on her final home game. 24 seconds to go. Here's Stiegel with it. Left side, gets it to Gunther, driving the baseline. Gunther hands it off to Stiegel, puts up the shot, no good, but a foul called. And Avery Stiegel will go to the line. Ellie Pompeo's back out there on the floor. Yeah.
Is my stuff in your way?
A little bit. 16.8 seconds to go. First one up and good by Avery Stiegel. Stiegel, again, going to be called on to do a lot with the injury to Caden Quinn. Second one on the way. It's up, and it's off the back rim. No good. 16-5. Here comes Demetrian. Across the timeline, gets it into the corner. Ooh, I don't know who was supposed to get that pass. Either way, the shot's up and no good by Kenna Newton. 3 seconds, 2 seconds left, 1 second left. Avery Stiegel at the buzzer, gets it to go. That's how you run the fast break to perfection. There was 3, maybe 4 seconds left when they got the ball back. And A-Town puts it in at the buzzer. 18-5. They haven't updated the score yet. But we will go to break. We're back after this. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We're now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call as we are getting ready for the second quarter as the A-Town Tornadoes getting a buzzer beater fast break shot just before we went to break. That was pretty special right there. Ran to perfection off the miss. They fly down the floor. Kennedy Quinn, of course, the track star as well. So showing off her speed, getting the ball to midcourt, finding Avery Stiegel, who was running that fast break. She laid it up, got the lucky bounce, and A-Town. There's a turnover off the as we start the second quarter. But boy, that was a thing of beauty. Wrapping up the first quarter. Second quarter is officially underway. 7:50 to go. 18-5. A-Town finishing that quarter off on a 13-3 run. That one nearly stolen away, but it'll be a foul on Avery Stiegel. Getting aggressive on that one. The first foul on the Tornadoes here in the quarter. 7:42 to go. And Kenna Newton will inbound the basketball here for the Lady Rebels of Stark County. Slinging it left side. Here is Demetrian. She goes inside, right-handed hook shot. And that one's no good. Battle, rebound, comes away. Taylor Ford. Another one of the seniors here for A-Town. Here is Quinn, right side, goes to Gunther, driving, pump fake, kicks it forward. That's a 2 on the way. Oh, rattling that one home. It's Taylor Ford. She's got that range. You'd like to see her shoot more of those shots. That shot up and good. She does a lot of her work inside, but extending the range there a little bit and getting that one to go. Driving, right-handed layup. Oh, a nice play there. Kenna Newton coming the other way, putting it up and in. 20-7 the score. There's a 3 left side. That's Haley Redding. Oh, my goodness, that one hit high off the top of the backboard and bounces out of play. Sophie Finnegan will check back into the ball game. 20-7 our score. A-Town with the lead. That was a heat check, I think, for Haley Redding, who had 12 points in the first quarter. 6:45 to go here, second quarter. A-Town one more game left, and then they've got the LTC tournament. A whistle and a travel. The old Lincoln Trail Conference tournament. That'll be a lot of fun. That's in Kewanee, we've been told.
Me and my dad were looking at it because I got to travel with them to do it.
Old Kewanee. I'd go to that if I didn't have to. If I didn't have some earlier engagements. 6:25 to go here, second quarter. Hopefully we're here, though, for the regional. A-Town hosting. Inside pass, lays that one up. No good for Stiegel. Battling for the rebound. And it's going to be a tie-up. Possession arrow will go the other way. It'll go to Stark County. 6:14 to go, second quarter. 20-7, our score. Good to have you along. Feel free to get into the comments, like I said. Send your regards to the seniors if you like, or just comment on your reaction to this ball game. Talked about football. That one's stolen away by Emma Gunther. That's a nice play there defensively. Talk about football in the JV game. There's a 3 on the way. Haley Redding, she's red hot. Haley Redding's got another one. She's got 15 points here in the first half. 23-7. A-Town with the lead. Swinging it left, right side, excuse me. That's number 33 into the game. That's Cambry Holmstrom. Up top, driving is Finnegan. Left side, left-handed layup. Oh, that was a good look, no good. Rebound, it goes to Emma Gunther. Gets it up to Quinn, 5.5 to go. Running the fast break all by herself. That's Avery Stiegel. She'll lay that one up and in. 25-7, A-Town with the lead. They are rolling now. That one tipped and stolen away. Redding's got it. 2-on-1 the other way. 3-on-1 if they hurry. Nice pass to Gunther. Tries to get the layup, and she does. The senior gets it to go. 27-7. A-Town on a roll. 7-0 run here for A-Town. Good defense. That's poked, stolen away. Here comes Stiegel the other way. Left-handed layup, missed it. Offensive rebound. Taylor Ford cleans it up, lays it up and in. Second basket of the ball game for Taylor Ford. Timeout on the floor. A-Town is rolling, flexing their muscles, showing why they're the number 1 team in the state. Full timeout. Back after this. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call, as you see head coach of the Lady Rebels, Bob Bohm, calling the timeout, as his team is struggling here mightily. A-Town currently on an 11-2 run since the start of the second quarter. We still got 4:50 left here in this quarter. 29-7, A-Town got off to the big lead, 18-5 after one quarter of basketball. And since then, it's been all A-Town. Again, 11-2 the run to start quarter number 2. All but one of the seniors has scored here tonight. Only one who has not, Ellie Pompeo. She's on the floor right now. Pump fake, driving, inside, going to the basket, lays it up. That's no good, but a good foul. Hallie Newton forcing that foul. And we'll see who the foul is on. That'll be on Ellie Pompeo. That'll be her first. Team's second, or team's first, I should say.
She heard you talking about her.
Nope, it's team's second. I was right the first time. She might have. First one's no good by Newton. Second one on the way. It's up, and it's off the back rim, no good. Rebound, Haley Reddick. Here comes Emma Gunther. Now hands it off to Kennedy Quinn, gets it to Redding, left side. That's her spot. 3 on the way. That one's no good. Battle for the rebound. Macy Brooks into the ball game. We got a whistle. We have a tie-up. Macy Brooks forces the tie-up, and possession arrow will give it to A-Town. 4:18 to go here, second quarter. 29-7 our score. Good to have you along here tonight. Final home game of the year for the A-Town Tornadoes. Number 1 team in Class 1A, Emma Gunther. Oh, cuts Ellie Pompeo! Going to the basket, lays it up and in! Ellie Pompeo is now on the score sheet. And with that bucket, all seniors have scored here in this one. Driving, oh, losing her footing as going down. We got an official's timeout. And grabbing her knee there, that is Haley Moody, slipping on a wet spot, I believe. Grabbing her leg. Boy, that could not have felt good. We'll take a timeout. We're back after this. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available. So with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've been able to add more care, and that's very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they leave and they definitely feel like they've been listened to, and they feel like their needs have been met, their cares have been met, and that they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We are now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
Welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call as they were able to get Haley Moody, off the floor. She slipped on looked like a wet spot there on the floor, tweaked the knee. She was grabbing for the knee, a little non-contact injury, so hopefully it's nothing major there for the Lady Rebels as getting the ball inbounds. Here's Demetrian with it left side. Swinging it right side, nearly losing the handle here. Number 23, Hallie Newton with it, loses the handle. Here's Haley Redding, gets it to Kennedy Quinn. She's going to drive the fast break, 2-on-2, lays it up, no good. Ellie Pompeo nearly had the rebound. 31-7 our score. Here comes here comes the Lady Rebels the other way. Oh, nice little stop, hesitation move, driving inside. Shot up, no good. Randy says A-Town's actually number 2. Actually, Randy, I just checked during the break there, and A-Town's still number 1 on the latest AP poll from January 29th. New poll comes out on Wednesday, so certainly a chance that A-Town, if they punish A-Town for losing to number 3 in Class 2A, Peoria Notre Dame, I would not be too pleased with that, but you never know. First one up and no good by Cambry Holmstrom. You might be right. Maybe you're just predicting the future there, Randy, but as we have it right now, the most recent poll, which was out last week, that one didn't hit the rim, which was out on Wednesday the 29th, or is that, yep, Wednesday the 29th. Again, new poll will come out in girls basketball on Wednesday, but as we have it now, A-Town's still the number 1 team in the state in Class 1A. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it all plays out. There's Redding, corner. That's her spot. 3 on the way. That one off the rim. No good. Emma Gunther, comes away with a rebound for a moment. Battling for it. We got a whistle. We got a tie-up. Possession arrow. We'll give it to the Lady Rebels. A few of the senior night signs have not made it. We've got Taylor and Ellie, so that means Emma and Haley's flags or their signs on the left side of the floor did not make it. Haley's was falling during the JV game a couple different times. I didn't see the other one fall, but we'll have to work on those. There's a 3 on the way for Demetrian. That one off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound, Haley Redding. Filling up the stat sheet here. Here comes Kennedy Quinn going the other way. Nice pass, Avery Stiegel cutting to the basket, lays it up and in. Oh, she just always seems to be in the right spot at the right time. That's Avery Stiegel. She's got another basket, 33-7 our score. And the run continues. Driving inside, going to the basket, wild shot. That one's no good. Offensive rebound, put back up and good. That's Coley Johnston. Finally ending the long run for A-Town. That one's up and good. It's 33-9. 2.5 minutes to go here first half. Redding, left side. She'll drive. Now stop, back down, hands it off. Macy Brooks up top. She's going to shoot at top of the key. That's a 2, and it hit the wire, and it's no good. Good look by Macy Brooks, though. 2:15 to go. Taylor Ford will check back into the ball game here. That ended, by the way, that basket for Stark County, ending a 13-0 run for A-Town. Gets it right side, driving, puts up the right-handed shot. That one's up and good. That's Kenna Newton with a right-handed hook shot. That was a good look. And coming the other way, that one, Avery Stiegel. Avery Stiegel, another basket. Stiegel is in with 9 points, almost in double figures. Stolen away by Emma Gunther. Coming the other way, here's Kennedy Quinn. She'll take it all the way to the basket. Right-handed layup, that's up and good. Kennedy Quinn's got another one. She's up to 5. A-Town's lead, 37-11. Picks up the dribble. Sophie Finnegan looking to get that one. It's tipped, nearly stolen away, but it'll be a foul on Emma Gunther. Home crowd doesn't like the call. 37. (37-11), as I was doing quick math there. My apologies. We're good. Inside. Oh, that one blocked away. That's going to be a travel. A nice defensive play by Emma Gunther. Blocking it. That was a clean block. And it forced the travel. on the shot. Couldn't get the shot up. It's almost a strip. Here's Taylor Ford. She's going to drive to the basket. Oh, she almost got that one to go. The seniors have shown up here tonight. We got a whistle. They're going to say out of bounds off the hands of Kennedy Quinn. Kennedy was looking for a foul. Looking for a bump. 1:07 to go here. 37-11, our score. 1:05 left here in the opening half. Number 1, A-Town. That one, a miscommunication there. It goes out of play. Stark County turns it over again. Turnovers have been the story here. The A-Town defense has been suffocating enough that they have a 37-11 lead. They lead this quarter 19-6 after an 18-5 first quarter. Left side, there's a three on the way. Kennedy Quinn off the rim, no good. And a rebound comes out. Stark County slings it up the floor quickly. There's a jumper from the elbow. That's up and good. That's Coley Johnston. Johnston gets that one to go. And it's 37-13. Here comes Quinn. Nice pass behind her to Stiegel. Gunther, right side to Ford on the elbow. Drives. Kicks it back out to Gunther. 17, cutting to the basket. Oh, extra pass. Haley Redding lays it up and in. Haley Redding with 17. 39-13 the lead. A-Town up big here in this one. There's a jumper. That one's no good. And we got a whistle. More bodies on the floor. Oh, and they called a tie-up. And possession arrow will be with A-Town with 1.9 seconds to go. Will A-Town get a shot up? Here's Quinn, 1 second to go. The shot up, that one, no good. And that is going to end our first half. A dominant first half for the number 1 team in the state. 39-13, A-Town with the lead. Leading scorer on senior night, the senior Haley Redding. She's got 17. We'll see how long she plays in the second half. But she leads the way here tonight as the A-Town Tornadoes in dominant fashion, 39-13. They outscored Stark County in that quarter, 21-6. So we'll talk more about the first half, take a look at the full scoring numbers, and get you ready for the second half in just a few moments. But first, we're going to chat. Actually, Dwayne's going to chat with our title sponsor, MDH, as he sits down with them, has a conversation with one of the fine folks. We appreciate everything MDH does throughout the season. They're the reason we're here on TSSR, so we can't thank them enough. Dwayne's sitting down with them. We'll have that conversation and be back getting you ready for the second half on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
And welcome back. I'm here with Emily Alden now. And Emily, patient advocate, is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
That sounds like a title that encompasses a whole lot. Let's first put it in simple words if you can, and then we'll kind of go in depth with it a little bit.
Yes, as the patient advocate, there is a lot to do in the role, but it's a fantastic opportunity. So generally speaking, I will help patients. I will talk about the service that they have here and just in general measure the patient experience for the entire organization.
Well, speaking of knowing the entire organization, kind of the theme has been everybody knows everybody at MDH because you're a smaller rural hospital, even though MDH offers a lot. You literally have to probably know everybody or most everybody because you need to know what each thing's going to happen if that patient's dealing with it.
Yes, that's very true. When I first stepped into the role about a year ago, it was really an interesting and fantastic opportunity to get to know all of the departments, how they work together and individually, and just to see the well-oiled machine.
Well, patient care, obviously, at a hospital is key. You're a key part of that. What is it about patient care at MDH that makes MDH special?
Service excellence internally to provide the best patient care is top of mind here for all of our staff across every single level, every single department, and the organization as a whole. It's a big focus. So we make sure that we take care of our patients and that way they have the best experience possible. We're very open to feedback. We always want to improve in areas that we can improve. So we always have open ears. We always appreciate the feedback that we receive.
you are working with all departments. And when a patient comes in, let's say they come into the ER and then they come to ICU and then they go to the floor, your job kind of is to let the patients know what you can do, right? Or what you offer, or what they can do. Am I missing that? Is that correct?
Yes, actually, our case management department is instrumental with that side of things. Every once in a while, I'll step in and just check in on patients, see how their experience overall is going, to collect that feedback and see if we can implement any changes to make it even better.
So you deal with patients in so many different departments, and really they can go all the way from getting here in the ER to physical therapy on the way out, right?
Yes, absolutely. So MDH has a lot to offer our patients. So while you're here, if you're just running in for some outpatient tests, whether it's lab work or visiting our radiology department, convenience clinic, visiting your primary care provider over at MDH Family Clinic, emergency room, labor and delivery, there are so many different departments that work so well together, and our team is a family. The organization in itself is a family. And so everybody does a great job at trying to understand what departments do that aren't their own, so that way we can make it a seamless experience for our patients.
Well, and then as a patient advocate, right, you just kind of all that together and look at it, right, and then see as patient A comes through, what can we do to make patient B, who might follow them, a little bit better next time?
Absolutely.
So as you do that, what kind of things do you look for? I mean, what I would imagine with MDH, as it continues to improve, you start looking for smaller things, right? So the obvious things are maybe gone. So then you start looking at little things to make the sometimes the worst experience of their life, right, a little bit better as they work through.
Yes, most definitely. So you never know what kind of day somebody's having when they walk through our doors, and you don't know what they're necessarily here for. So it's important to keep an open mind and take a look at what can we ask them that's specific to their experience. Why are they here? Comfort them and make sure that we ask the right questions so that we can purposefully pull out information that we can work on.
Yeah, and I think we've talked a lot about different things from different people. You're, besides Bill, the CEO, you're the one person that kind of helps with, like, it gets your hands in a little bit of everything as far as the patient is concerned. Everybody's talked about it being a family, and you've even mentioned it being a family. Does the fact that everybody knows everybody as far as employees, from the CEO down to the CNAs, does that kind of make your job a little bit easier?
Absolutely. When you're a family, you care about each other, and we are all here for one purpose, and that is to provide the best experience for our patients that we possibly can. So when you are a tight-knit family, it's just great to be, we're a community, a family, a community, and we are here to serve our patients. And when everybody has that one purpose, it's a great feeling.
Well, Emily, I appreciate you stopping and talking to us, and keep fighting for the patients.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much.
We'll be back after this.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
Welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call as we are at the half as the number one team in Class 1A, at least for now. We'll see what the new rankings say come up on Wednesday, but most recent AP poll in the state of Illinois, A-Town Tornadoes number one, and the A-Town Tornadoes showing why they should be number one. They lead it 39-13 over the Stark County Lady Rebels, who really kind of dealt with some turnover issues in that first half. A-Town playing some very stout defense. Boy, they were very, very impressive in that first half. A lot of turnovers, a lot of intercepted passes, tip passes as well. This might be one of the better defensive performances we've seen from this A-Town side all season long, and it comes in the final home game of the year. Senior night for 4 seniors here tonight. And again, plan is to chat with those seniors in the post game. So stick around as this one winds down. We will chat with those seniors. That's the plan anyway. I talked to some of the seniors in the pregame, and some of them seemed excited. Some of them seemed a little nervous, which I can understand that. But the microphone doesn't bite. We'll chat with them, and we'll chat with Coach Dugan as well as they get ready for the LTC tournament coming up this weekend. And then, after that's all said and done, they'll be getting ready for postseason basketball as they look to, they'll host the regional here. And then after that, we'll see how things play out afterwards. But the A-Town Tornadoes led in scoring in that first half by one of the seniors. That would be Haley Redding. She had 17 first half points. Have a day on senior day, Miss Haley Redding. So she leads the way. Avery Stiegel had a good night so far. She's got 9 points coming in off the bench. 5 points for Kennedy Quinn here tonight. Another off shooting night for her. She's missed some open shots here tonight. Hasn't gotten a ton of looks because Haley's been so hot here tonight. But, you know, we've seen some misses from Kennedy Quinn the last couple of games that we're not used to seeing in the last couple of games. So maybe it's just a little bit of rust. I don't know what the case is, but hopefully she gets those shaken off here. But Kennedy Quinn still leading the way offensively, running the offense, running the fast break to perfection. She's got 5 points, though, for A-Town. 4 points for Taylor Ford, one of the seniors. All seniors have scored, by the way. Emma Gunther, a senior, 2 points for her. And Ellie Pompeo, 2 points as well. So all the seniors, we got them all with points. Mission accomplished there. Now we'll see how the rest of the night plays out for the seniors. See if we could have a magical night here, baby, for Haley Redding. Again, with 17 first half points. For Stark County, their leading scorer, Coley Johnston, she had 6 points to lead the way for the Lady Rebels. 4 points for Kenna Newton, 2 points for Hallie Newton, and then 1 point for Emily Demetrian. And that is your scoring breakdown for both sides as we're ready to play some basketball here. Second half of action. Good to have you along. Feel free to get into the comments once again. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're pulling for. Send your kind words to the seniors, whatever you want to do. We'd like to hear from you as we go through this second half, as that one is nearly stolen away by Redding. It is stolen away. Haley Redding's been playing some good defense here today. She'll run the fast break, 2-on-1 the other way, missed the layup. Taking the other way, here's Coley Johnston. And that one off the top, back of the rim, that one's no good. Steve pointing out that Max Preps, the folks there at Max Preps, has got Calhoun ranked at number 1 on Class 1A. He's watching Brown County right now, beating Macomb. Ooh, wow, that's kind of a surprise there. Macomb girls or boys? Well, the folks at Max Preps they go off their own, and there's that one, a jumper, that's up and good, and we got another player down for Stark County. Kennedy Quinn gets that basket. She should get the basket before the whistle blew. But the folks at Max Preps, again, they don't go off the AP. They go off of their own rankings. And, yeah, that's how it plays out. So, as we have it, according to the AP, A-Town's still number 1. That's what we go off of here. They're a little more official. It's not to say the guys at Max Preps aren't official. They do their own numbers, their own breakdowns. But they kind of favor those bigger schools in the bigger, you know what I mean, the bigger areas of the state. You know what I mean. So that's girls basketball. Okay, Brown County's beating Macomb in girls basketball. I think they've got that one here on TSSR, if I'm not mistaken, here tonight. That'd be a big win for Brown County. Class 1A, beating 2A Macomb. A-Town beat Macomb earlier this season, as we got a whistle and a foul call. That's on Taylor Ford, her third. Steve Smartman, he says, AP, I go with that as well. Yep, that's what we go by. And we got a whistle and a 5-second call on the inbound. Nice defense there by A-Town. We'll see if the AP punishes. We got a whistle, a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. we'll kind of continue on this conversation. We'll see what the AP does. The folks there at Effingham St. Anthony, they're a pretty good ball club there as well. They've been getting votes, but A-Town in the most recent AP poll had 9 first-place votes, so they've won over a lot of voters here this season. And I can't imagine, I guess maybe you could say, you could make the argument that, oh, it was a blowout against Peoria Notre Dame. Yeah, you could say that, but I don't know, man. If they get punished for losing to a 2A, number 2 in class, or number 3 in class 2A, I don't know. We'll see what the AP decides to do, how the voters vote when it all said and done. But Effingham St. Anthony is going to be right there. We'll see how it plays out as we move along here, as the season winds down. Just one more game as Haley Redding puts up the shot. No good, but a foul is called. It'll be interesting, though. Definitely interested to see what the folks of the AP lean as the final regular season AP poll will come out on Wednesday. Free throw on the way for Haley Redding off the back rim, no good. 17 points here tonight for Haley Redding on senior night. 2 timeouts here for Stark County. Oops. As that one rattles home, give her 18 points. The lead is 42-13. Oops, I forgot to update the score earlier. That's my apologies. Now we're back up and running here. Right side, pump fake, driving. Inside is Newton, losing the handle, out of play. That's another turnover for Lady Rebels.
The player that was hurt, they grabbed her stuff and left.
That was Haley Moody being told she's been taken out to the locker room, most likely. There's a right wing 3 on the way. Kennedy Quinn, that one's short. That one tipped around, back into the hands of Quinn. Nice pass, Haley Redding, laid up and in, excuse me. Haley Redding having a day on senior day. She's got 20 points, 6:10 to go here in the third. And there's a nice play, lays that one up and in as Hallie Newton gets that one to go. That was number 23. I thought I saw 13. There's a jumper. That's no good. Battle for the rebound. Stiegel nearly comes away with it. Stark County coming the other way. 44-15, turning around, getting it up top. Here's Newton. She'll drive inside. Right-handed layup. That one no good. Tipped around. Battle. Offensive rebound. Johnston. There's a shot. That one might have been rushed. Tried to save it. Stark County into the hands, though, of Emma Gunther. Gunther gets it left side. Haley Redding up top. There's Quinn, left wing, 3 on the way. That one's short. Wow, we're seeing Kennedy miss some shots that we're not accustomed to seeing her miss. 5:18 to go. Sometimes you just go through a little bit of a slump, though. You have those shooter slumps. What do they say? The best way to get out of a slump, just shoot your way out of it? Maybe that's why I'm not playing basketball. I'm just commentating on basketball. 5:15 to go. Here in the third, we got a substitution. Kenna Newton will sit down. Who came in? Sophie Finnegan will come in her spot. We know Kennedy, though. She will keep shooting. Pump fake, driving, baseline, goes to the basket. Oh, that's a hard take. Laying that one up and in. Hallie Newton gets another one. 44-17. Here comes A-Town quickly the other way. We got a whistle and a foul. It'll be a foul on number 23, Hallie Newton. So she picked up the bucket, and she picked up the foul. Third foul here in this quarter, as Haley Redding will go back to the line. First free throw's up and good. 21 points for Haley Redding. One more on the way. 4:59 to go here in the third. Second one on the way. Off the back of the rim, no good. Battle for the rebound. Tipped around. Out of play, off the hands of Stark County. So it'll be another possession for A-Town. 45-17. A-Town with the lead here on senior night. They'll hand it back to Quinn. Left side, 3 on the way. Oh, that one's no good. Tried something similar to that play they ran earlier in the ball game. Driving inside, Finnegan. Offensive foul is called. Say a charge on Sophie Finnegan. That is her first, team's fourth here in the quarter. A-Town will be in the bonus the rest of the way for the last 4:42 once they pick up their next foul. Up top, it's Gunther. Right side, there's Ford. She thought about it. Gets it to Gunther, free throw line. Nice pass inside. Haley Redding, turnaround shot. A lot of contact, no call. Battle for the rebound. Coming away with it was Johnston for a moment. Battling for the basketball. We got a whistle. We got a tie-up. Possession arrow will keep it here with A-Town. Taylor Ford was all the way on the other end of the floor, so they got to bring her back in, and she'll take a seat. Ellie Pompeo checks into the game. Gunther gets it inbounds, gets it to Kennedy Quinn. 4:22 to go here, third quarter. Good to have you with us. Here's Avery Stiegel up top, gets it left side to Pompeo. Gets a screen. Here's Gunther, extra pass, gets it to Redding. And they'll reset. A-Town, good ball movement here. A little bit of a zone maybe for Stark County, a little 2-3. Or is it a 2-1-2? Might be a 2-1-2. Right side, it's Gunther. She'll take a three from the right wing. That's off the back rim, no good. Gets her own rebound. Passes it down to Haley Redding. Lays it up and in, and a foul. Haley Redding's got another one. The lead is 47-17, and she'll go to the line for one more. That foul will be on Hallie Newton. That'll be her second, team's fifth. And we've got one more free throw here for Haley Redding. 23 points here tonight. Next one on the way. It's up and good. What is, I wonder what Haley's season high in scoring is. I've seen her have 25 on a couple of occasions. But I don't. And driving, kicks it right side. There's Sophie Finnegan, a three on the way. That one off the top of the rim, over the backboard. And they are taking Emily Demetrian in to get looked at the in the locker room. So things have been not so good for really either side here tonight. Anna Servin tweaked her ankle in the JV game. We've seen two injuries here in this one for the varsity side. Shot no good by Kennedy Quinn. She's just frustrated with herself right now. You can kind of see it on her face. Got to keep your chin up, though. Can't get too down on yourself. Sometimes the shots go in, sometimes they don't. We know they can go in for Kennedy Quinn. Nice pass inside, little turnaround shot. That one's no good by Newton. But a foul is called. And that'll be a foul on A-Town. It'll be their third here in this quarter. It'll be on Haley Redding, her second. 24 points here for Haley Redding on senior night. First one on the way, it's up, no good by Newton. Newton here tonight with 6 points to lead the way for Stark County. Her and Coley Johnston tied for the team lead. 4 points for Kenna Newton and Emily Demetrian with just the 1 point off the free throw line. Offensive rebound, put back, that one no good. Battle for the rebound again, offensive rebound, puts it up, and that's no good. Still fighting for the rebound. Boy, what a possession here. Johnston comes away with it. Another chance, no good. Another offensive rebound for a Millman. Got a whistle and a tie-up. Possession arrow will give it to Stark County. Oh, boy, I know that possession. Not going to make Coach Dugan very happy. The extra chance opportunities. No coach likes to see it. Even in a 31-point game, you don't like to see it. Here's Kenna Newton with it. There's a jumper for Finnegan in the corner. That one's no good. Rebound Taylor Ford. Kicks it. Here comes Kennedy Quinn the other way. Driving, kicks it left side. Stiegel, a jumper. That one no good. A rebound, tipped around. Nice save there. As Stark County's got it. Hallie Newton with it. She'll bring it across the timeline. She'll go all the way to the basket. Euro step, and she did the James Harden again. Took one too many steps. 2:24 to go, third quarter. 48-17 the score. Again, stick around for the post game. Plan is to chat with some of the seniors here as we wrap things up for the regular season portion. of A-Town basketball here, on the girls' side at least. There's Taylor Ford, gets inside, puts a nice shot up, and that's no good. Rebound, stolen away. Here comes Johnston. That's tipped, stolen away by Kennedy Quinn. But now a battle for it. Quinn's got it. We got a whistle and a tie-up. And possession arrow will give it to A-Town with 1:58 to go. Third quarter. A-Town looking to stay hot here. Of course, coming off of that tough loss against Peoria Notre Dame. But overall, 23-4 on the season. Left side, there's Quinn. She'll shoot one from the corner. That one off the rim, no good. She's getting some good looks. That one dribbled out of play off of Avery Stiegel. And eventually one of these shots is going to fall here for Kennedy Quinn. And whatever shooting woes she's having right now, they will be long forgotten as that one's tipped into the corner. Little double team there on Newton. She'll drive, kicks it. There's a jumper on the way. Off the rim, almost rattled in for Johnston. Now she gets the offensive rebound. Puts up another shot. Redding's now got it. Going the other way. Here's Kennedy Quinn to the basket. Missed the layup. Battle for it. Offensive rebound. Stiegel lost it out of bounds. And it'll be Stark County basketball. 1:12 to go here in the third. 48-17. Well, I'd say how long do you keep your starters out there, but there's not really a ton of options to go to unless you bring the JV roster in. There's a nice pass inside. That one blocked away. Newton got close. Just couldn't get it to go. Kennedy Quinn now with it. 54 seconds to go into the corner. There's Redding. She'll drive inside, get the whistle. A foul is called on the floor. That'll send Haley Redding to the line. Foul will be on number 22, Kenna Newton. So Haley Redding will go to the line and shoot two. 49.9 seconds to go. Redding to the line. First free throw's up and good. 25 points now for Haley Redding. Macy Brooks will check into the game. Second one on the way. It's up and good. So after some early free throw line woes for Haley Redding, she goes 2 for 2 right there. And the lead is up to 50-17. Inside pass nearly tipped. It is tipped. Almost stolen away by Redding. Driving is Finnegan. Get it up top. Here's Johnston. Johnston gets a screen. A little free throw line jumper. A nice play there. Coley Johnston getting that one to go. 50-19 the score. Throwing that one a little too quickly. Kennedy Quinn, turnover. 22 seconds to go, 50-19. And we got a whistle, a battle for the basketball, a tie-up. Possession arrow will give it to Stark County. A-Town outscoring Stark County here in this quarter, 11-6. 6 has been the magic number for Stark County here. 2 quarters, they've only had 6 points. The other one, they had 5. 10 seconds left, driving. Colston will kick it into the corner. A 3-ball on the way. That one a little too long. Here comes Kennedy Quinn. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Tip to Haley Redding. 3 seconds, 1 second left, and it's stolen away. And that'll end our third quarter. We go to the fourth. Number 1, A-Town. Up big as we go to the fourth quarter, 50-19. We'll be back after this on Senior Night on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call. Fourth quarter of action about to get underway as the number 1 A-Town Tornadoes leading the Lady Rebels of Stark County, 50-19. Haley Redding having A magical night here on senior night. 26 points for Haley. Quiet night for Kennedy Quinn. She got just 7 points here tonight. She's been struggling a little bit from the floor the last couple of games I've gotten to see her, but we know that won't last long. Might just be a couple of games slump. Every player goes through them, man. Every single one. There's a jumper from the corner on the way. That one's no good. Another good look. Just rattles around, no good. Redding, inside pass. Quinn, back to the corner. There's a three on the way. Emma Gunther. Oh, it's up and good. Emma Gunther for three. 53-19. Quinn saw that play. She wanted to get it going. That's a 2, actually. They give it a 2, so I'll give that a 2. 52-19. Foot must have been on the line. I couldn't see it. Up top, Sophie Finnegan. She's all by herself. She's a tall girl, but she's young, a sophomore. She'll be a problem in the future for teams who have to play against Stark County. Nice play inside. That one's up and good. Nice play inside. Hallie Newton gets that to go. She's at 8 points. There's a 3. Haley Redding looking for 29 right there. That one's no good. 53-21 the score. 52-21, excuse me. Driving the other way, lays it up and in. That one's up and good for Stark County. Haley Redding lays it up and in the other way. Sophie Finnegan, by the way, had that last basket, her first basket of the ball game. It's 54-23. Now we got it all squared away here. There's a jumper. That one hit the side of the backboard. It's no good. Everybody thought there was a whistle. Here's Kennedy Quinn. 2-on-1 the other way. Quinn, nice pass. Haley Redding missed the layup. One more. She's at 30 on senior night. Crowd wanted that one. Inside pass back to Johnston. Puts up the shot. No good, but a foul called. And the running clock. 6 minutes to go and counting. That foul will be on Kennedy Quinn, her first. Team's first. Again, just 7 points here tonight for Kennedy Quinn. Kind of a frustrating night for her, but in the end, it's been Haley Redding who has picked up the slack. That one no good. Coley Johnston. And Kennedy Quinn will check out. Haley Redding will also check out here tonight. Imagine that'll be the last time we see her out here on the floor. Finishing with 28 points. That free throw's no good. Johnston can't get it to go. Pompeo with the rebound. Taylor Ford will bring it up the floor. 5-10 and counting. Right side, Emma Gunther, another 3 on the way. That one's no good. Tiana Hamilton into the game. Got a whistle. It's tipped out of play off the hands of A-Town. 5 minutes and counting. Stark County will have the basketball. 54-23 the score. Swinging it left side. Pump fake. Hands it off. Oh, losing her footing. Taylor Ford will come away with it. Kenna Newton lost her footing. Ford with it. Up top, Macy Brooks, top of the key. That's a 3. That's a rainbow shot. Nearly banked it in. And the rebound comes out to Stark County. Battle for it. Coming away with it was Kenna Newton. Hallie Newton, excuse me. With it now up top. 4:25. Newton drives. Puts up a wild shot. No good, but a foul called. 4:20 to go. It'll be 2 shots for Kenna Newton. 4 points here tonight. Steve with the update. Brown County comes away with a big win over Macomb on the girls' side. 52-48 the final score. Kind of a stunner there. As the first free throw is no good by Kenna Newton. One more free throw on the way here as the Tornadoes looking for their 24th win of the season. Finishing off the home slate. One more game upcoming. That'll be on the road against Anawan. And then the Lincoln Trail Conference Tournament this weekend in Kewanee. Here's Macy Brooks with it up top. Good ball movement to Ford. She'll drive the baseline. Goes inside. Puts up the shot. A lot of contact. No call. 3:20 to go, fourth quarter, 54-23. 2 fouls in this quarter, by the way, on A-Town. Got to get that updated. And running inside, laying that one up and in. Coley Johnston's in double figures. 54-25 the score. We got a whistle. We got substitution. Nevaeh Kuhn-Williams going to come in for Taylor Ford. And the senior will check out one final time. Again, we're planning on chatting with some of those seniors here as this game comes to an end. Oops, we had a double tap there on the scoreboard. A whistle and a travel called.
Number 35, she's varsity.
2.5 and counting. Checking into the ball game here. J.C. Indris into the game, wearing number 0 in this one. She wore number 5 in the JV game for the black uniforms that they had. Those are some sharp uniforms either side for Stark County. Turnaround shot, that one's no good. And the rebound comes away. A-Town with it. 2 minutes to go and counting. Gunther gets it right side. Gunther and Pompeo, the last 2 seniors out there on the floor. Into the corner, here's Tiana Hamilton. She'll drive, picks up her dribble, but loses track of where she was, and it's stripped and stolen away by Hallie Newton. Here comes Newton the other way. Oh, lays that one up and in with the Euro step. Hallie Newton gets that one to go. It's 54-27, I should say. Numbers are hard, more specifically. Minute and a half to go here in the fourth. Right side, Pompeo. Left side, Gunther. They'll swing it back and forth between them two as they just look to wind time down here. Final home game of the year for the A-Town Tornadoes. That's pass inside. It's stolen away. That pass inside, nice look there. Johnston can't get it to go. Offensive rebound, put back up and good. Coley Johnston's got 12 points. She's been pretty good. Problem has been her teammate's not there to pick her up, shall we say. 45 seconds to go and counting. Gunther gets it to Tiana Hamilton. Now back to Gunther, back by the logo. 40 seconds. As the home crowd cheers on the final 30 seconds of the home slate of the season. Here's Tiana Hamilton, turnaround shot. Open look, lays it up and in. Tiana Hamilton gets that one to go. It's 56-29. And we got a whistle. That'll be a turnover once again on Stark County. And that might do it. 10 seconds left. A-Town will inbound the basketball, and that will wind down the final home game of the season. 4 seconds left. Emma Gunther will dribble out the clock, and that'll do it. The number 1 A-Town Tornadoes finishing the home slate of the year. 56-29, the final score, as the Tornadoes will move to 24-4 on the season. One more game awaits them on the road. They'll take on Anawan coming up on Wednesday. That'll be on the road before the Lincoln Trail Conference tournament takes place. And that should be a fun tournament. We'll see how A-Town does in that as well. For the Lady Rebels on the Stark County side, they've got 2 games left. They'll take on Princeville coming up on Wednesday. And then Thursday, they've got a home game against Midwest Central Delavan. So one extra game for the ladies on the Stark County side. And that will wrap up the regular season for Stark County. They will fall to 11-15 on the year. Still a scrappy bunch. A young team. They've got a lot of sophomores and freshmen coming up. And they could certainly make some noise, as we saw during the JV ball game. But tonight belonged to Haley Redding. What a night on senior night. She puts up 28 points to lead the way. What a way to play your last home game here on this court. So 28 points for Haley Redding to lead the way, a game high for her. Then we had Avery Stiegel She came in with 9 points here tonight. 7 points for Kennedy Quinn, 4 points for Emma Gunther, 4 points for Taylor Ford, and 2 points for Ellie Pompeo. Tiana Hamilton added a basket there late. As the A-Town Tornadoes, again, 56-29, they take home the win. For the Stark County side of things, it was 12 points tonight for Coley Johnston. Stark County had 2 players in double figures here tonight. Problem was they didn't have anybody else helping them out after that. 12 points for Coley Johnston to lead the way. Hallie Newton had 10 points. Kenna Newton had 4, 2 points for Sophie Finnegan, and 1 point for Emily Demetrian. 56-29. As we've got a busy week ahead of us here on TSSR. Again, we'll chat with the seniors coming up in just a little bit. We'll also chat with head coach Brenton Dugan for the A-Town Tornadoes here in just a moment. So stick around for that. As we wind down the home slate of the season. The boys, on the other hand, we have more broadcasts coming up this week. The A-Town boys, they will take on West Prairie coming up tomorrow. Or actually, they'll take on Knoxville tomorrow. We'll have that one for you here, TSSR. So we'll have that one for you. Looking forward to broadcasting that. And then West Prairie will be here on Thursday. Then Friday, it's against Stark County. So 3 games in what, 4 days? Yeah, 3 games in 4 days for the A-Town Tornadoes boys side. Sure Coach Link isn't too thrilled about that, but it is what it is, you know? Got to play the games that you're scheduled. And then they'll wrap up the regular season with Anawan. That'll be, oh, did he make that? He sure did. What a shot by the fella out there at midcourt. Anawan will be the season finale. Did you say senior night was Thursday and not the following Monday?
Boys, yeah.
Really? All right.
Yeah, Tuesday, and then Tuesday we have the little cheerleaders during JV halftime, and then we have big cheerleaders during varsity halftime.
All right. So I guess senior night will be Thursday night against West Prairie, even though they'll have one more game after that. So I don't know. I'll ask Coach Link about that tomorrow. Make sure that we're all square. But according to Max Preps, the schedule has a ball game on the 11th against Anawan. That would wrap up the regular season portion of their schedule. I don't know. No, we'll figure it out. Not important right now, but we will have the broadcasts. We will have the broadcasts of the final 2 boys games of the year. Well, 2 or 3 if that third one takes place. We'll have those for you here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. So that's the upcoming schedule. Stark County, as I mentioned, the girls, they've got just a couple of games left. Princeville, they'll be on the road against Princeville on Wednesday, and then Thursday, Midwest Central Delavan. They will host them for their season finale. We're awaiting Coach Dugan and the seniors to make their way up here to chat with us here this evening. Again, we've got a lot of basketball coming up. I'm sure we've got some postseason basketball around the corner as well here on TSSR. Good time to be a basketball fan here. NCAA ramping up as well. NBA. How about those NBA headlines over the last couple of days? Oh, my goodness gracious. The trades. 3-team deal the other night. Zach LaVine no longer a Chicago Bull. The big one, the Luka Doncic one. As, yeah, the NBA making some headlines here as well. Love to see it. Also love to see the lovely seniors here from A-Town High School. So one of those seniors has come up here. The others are coming, you say? Well, I'll chat with you, though, here at least. We'll get you a headset there. Taylor Ford has made her way up here. She's the first to chat with us here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Taylor, congratulations. Got a big win here tonight on senior night. That's very exciting stuff there. Let me get my scoring breakdown there. I believe you had a couple of baskets here tonight, so scoring on senior night, that had to feel pretty special in front of the home crowd.
Yeah, I definitely did, yeah.
Okay, so let's ask this question here for you that I got, and then I got something that I'm going to ask all the other players here as well. Coach and I have talked about you a lot this season. You kind of impressed him and I, and a lot of fans really out here. They notice the amount of effort that you put in out there on the floor. some of the stuff doesn't necessarily show up on the stat sheet, which for some that might bum them out a little bit, but for you it doesn't look like it bothers you one bit. You go out there and you look like you just want to outwork every single person that's in front of you. Is that your mentality going in every single game when you step out there that, hey, I'm going to work whoever's out there in front of us?
Yes, I just pretty much try and get Kennedy open and the others and try and play my hardest defense.
You do set some hard screens. I will say that. I was thinking about that on the way here today. I was thinking, my goodness, if I caught one of those screens, that would not end well for me. Yeah. So I'm going to ask all the girls this question here, but I want to start with you here. Is there a moment either from your basketball career or just your high school career that you're going to take with you as you move along here? I know you still got softball coming up here. You're a heck of a softball player. But is there a moment that you're going to remember either from basketball or from just your high school in general that you'll always take with you from here on out?
Definitely the regional championship last year. That was probably like one of my all-time favorites. My grade at least has never won a regional championship, and to do that like last year, it was just really special and really cool to me.
All right, that was a fun run last year. We were here for it here on TSSR, so very exciting stuff. And again, I know you got softball coming up, so best of luck the rest of the way with softball. And best of luck the rest of the way as your high school career comes to an end here, and whatever college has in front of you, best of luck.
Thank you.
Absolutely. That's Taylor Ford joining us here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Who wants to chat next? I got all four seniors standing here. You're Emma, right?
Yes.
Emma Gunther joining me here on TSSR. So, Emma, kind of like Taylor, like I was talking with her just a minute ago, I was talking about just how Taylor and now you as well, you do so many things, and Coach and I have talked about this a lot. You do so many things away from the ball, setting screens, doing this, stuff that doesn't show up on the stat sheet. Has that always been your mentality, just kind of going into the game, doing whatever Coach asks of you to try to set this team up for success? Has that always been your mindset, or was that something you had to learn coming in through your high school career?
Well, I've always been confident in what Dugan has to tell us, so this year he's been really hard on us about moving without the ball. So whenever we move without the ball, the defense is more distracted on the backside, and that we have more options on the strong side.
Okay, well, that makes sense. I mean, and yeah, like I said, Coach and I have been talking about it for a while. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but you know what? That's just Coach speak. We've noticed it, and you're able to set up some good plays there, certainly. Let's ask you the same question I asked Taylor. Is there a moment in your high school career? There's one that I remember from you specifically last year during the run that you guys had, the winning streak. Was it the game against Anawan, the double overtime game last year? You hit a free throw to send that game into overtime or double overtime. Missed the first one, and then you went up there. Nails, just went up there. That was one of my favorite moments that I remember with you specifically, but was there a moment that you remember that you're going to take with you the rest of the way?
Well, last year we had a lot of special moments as a team, but I definitely think I'll take home like the Beardstown tournament. Whenever we won that, we pushed hard in the championship, and nobody thought we were going to come out on top. We were a lower seed, and then we persevered and won. So that was really exciting.
That's kind of the story of this whole team when you think about it there, so I like that you pulled that one up there. Emma Gunther joining us here. Congratulations on your high school career. Best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Emma Gunther joining us here on TSSR Game Time Live. Let's get Ellie Pompeo in here. How's that sound? Ellie, get her up and set up here. Ellie Pompeo now joining us here. So, Ellie, special night for you here, getting the start, getting a couple of, I think you got one or two baskets here tonight as well. Let's talk a little bit, though, about you kind of just viewing this team as a whole. What has being a part of this team been like, seeing where you started in your earlier years, seeing this team grow, seeing this team bloom into what it is, the #1 team in the state, by the way, in Class 1A. What has this run been like for you, and you kind of just watching it and seeing this all happen in front of your eyes?
It's honestly been kind of just like surreal, because starting from when I was a freshman, like, we were good, but people still didn't really expect us to do as good as we did even then. And then now coming into my senior year, us being #1 team in the state, and we've lost a couple games, but those games were games that we can always come back from, and we've learned from in any way, shape, or form.
And it's kind of a next man up mentality. I know you're probably going to get your name called a little bit more here as the postseason comes up with the injuries with Caden and Miley, which we certainly hope that they start getting better soon. But What's going to be your mentality going into the postseason here as, you look forward and coach calls on your name maybe a little more frequently?
Just kind of to stay calm and collected, because that's kind of the most important part when you're playing this sport, is you have to just stay calm and do as your coach tells you to do and make sure that you're not getting in anyone else's way.
Okay, we're talking with Ellie Pompeo here. One final question here. It's the question I'm asking everybody here. Is there that special moment that you're going to remember from high school? Again, it doesn't have to be basketball. Is there a moment from anything that you've done in high school up to this point that you're just going to take with you the rest of the way?
Well, honestly, I would say from me taking a year off last year to coming back this year, I would say, like, my teammates and, like, the friendship that I've created with them, because they made it very easy to come back this year, and, like, I felt very welcomed back and not like, oh, you didn't play last year, like, we don't want you on the team again.
Right.
Like, they all very, like, they were welcoming people. And it was nice to just see that friendship bond that has just grown a lot stronger between all of us.
Well, I know Coach is happy to have you back here after your year off, and you put on a good show here tonight. So congratulations on a great career, and best of luck the rest of the way there.
Thank you.
Ellie Pompeo joining us here on TSSR Game Time Live. And the final one that we've got here, the star of tonight's ball game here, I will say, that would be Haley Redding, who put on an offensive clinic here tonight. Before I get into the questions I did have for you here, 28 points here tonight. I mean, you were cooking there. They were trying to set you up here. Had to feel good doing that on your final home game here.
Yeah, it did.
Certainly so. So, Haley Redding, you're a member of the 1,000 Points Club. Not a lot of players get to say that they do that in their high school career. Just kind of thinking back onto it, I know that happened last year, but what does, looking back, saying that you're a member of the 1,000 Points Club, what does that mean to you as a player?
It means a lot to me. I mean, it helps with the team.
Certainly does. I mean, yeah, it does. It certainly doesn't hurt, that's for sure. One other thing I do want to mention here, seeing you play the last 2 years with Kennedy Quinn, I mean, I know Kennedy's kind of come in and taken that leadership role. You were kind of the leader the first 2 years that you were in. But, the role that you've taken here, it's kind of 1 and 1A. I mean, when Kennedy's down, you're certainly you can shoot and help the team out in that regard. Just what's playing with her been like here these last 2 seasons and watching what she can do for your basketball team?
It helps a lot because she's fast and she can get the ball down the court, and it helps open up the space.
She does. She is fast. I mean,
Yeah.
she's track and field. What's she doing track and field? I mean, she's insane. It's got to be.
She runs all the.
She runs
100,
all the
200.
100s. Yeah. Good luck trying to beat her in the 100s. So, one thing I will ask you, as I've asked everybody else, is there that special moment that you've got that you're going to remember from your high school career that you look back on 10, 20 years down the road?
There's a lot of memories we've made, especially these last 2 years. But one of the main ones is probably the teammates. They're good friends, good teammates.
Good friends and good teammates. That's what high school sports are all about when it comes to it. Whether or not you have success or not, which you've had some great success, but it's what it all comes down to. Congratulations on a great career. Congratulations on being a part of the 1,000 Points Club. And best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Haley Redding joining us here on TSSR Game Time Live. And that is going to open the door one final time here, home game, for head coach Coach Dugan here as we wind down the home slate of the schedule here. Coach Dugan coming in after a dominant performance tonight from the still #1 team in the state until we'll see what the polls come out and say later on this week. But I thought your defense here tonight, Coach Dugan, was very, very impressive. Created a lot of turnovers. I know we talk about defense a lot here for your team, but that's kind of the MO for your team as we wrap up the home slate, at least of the regular season.
The key to the defense tonight was getting it out off the board, whether it's a bad shot or just a backside rebound. I felt like we got it in transition out of our defense of steals, our deflections, or even getting off the board for rebounds. I thought we got out in transition very well tonight. Kennedy didn't have the points tonight, but she probably had 10, 11, maybe 12 assists tonight just by distributing the basketball. In any way or form that she's responsible for 35-plus points, 40 points. You just talk to Haley and how much Kennedy means to Haley. Well, Haley's not Haley unless Kennedy's Kennedy, and then you add into that a little bit with the Taylor and the Emmas and all the stuff that they do, and Ellie just joined the force, and obviously Avery running the floor tonight. How big a key was that? And also opening up. Now you got to chase down Avery on the backside, by the way. That's no easy task. And then Kennedy with the ball in her hands, you know where she's at or trying to get to where she's at. And then you got Haley over in the back corner waiting around for an open shot. And it's just hard to guard. It is really hard to guard.
Very hard team to guard as a whole, and you've seen it first and foremost, obviously, being the head coach of this team. And like you said, Kennedy didn't have her A stuff here tonight. She's kind of been, it seems like she's kind of been struggling a little bit shooting from the field. Do you think that's going to be a concern going down the stretch here, or is it just kind of something that every player goes through?
I think it is. I think it's one of those lulls where you almost think before you shoot or think too much before you shoot, and I think that's all it is. The rest of her game is spectacular.
Yeah.
She's not getting in foul trouble. She's guarding either the 1 or 2 player on their team. She's rebounding well, and the way she's passing the ball right now, and we're still winning by 30-plus points, those are all great things, and Kennedy's a big contributor to that. So I know deep down, obviously with her singing the anthem tonight, with senior night going on, there was a lot of extracurricular stuff going on tonight, and let's just chalk it up to that. And I know she'll get back to form. I'm not worried about her at all. And a couple of her shots tonight looked down. You know, they were nice release. Maybe she dropped her shot pocket a little bit here and there. But overall, I thought there were some shots she took that, honestly, they were all there. So I don't want that girl. She's not lacking confidence, and I don't mean that that she's that cocky or that overconfident. She'll be just fine. And if she keeps playing that well, passing the ball, and the shot comes, now it turns into a 40, 45-point win versus maybe a 30-point win. But we're going to have some tougher teams down the road, and that's also something we got to be aware of. And keep playing, like you said, playing defense like that. There's a lot of things that can come out of that, getting in transition and getting them down the court.
We're talking to the head coach of the A-Town Tornadoes, Brent Dugan, joining us here after their 56-29 senior night win here tonight. And, you know, again, the good thing that we've said the last couple of years has been when Kennedy doesn't have her A stuff, Haley's out there, and she put on a shooting clinic here tonight. Again, just kind of recap what it's been like having her on the team. She's got an incredible shot. Again, she's a part of the 1,000 points club. Not a lot of people get to say that in their career. To be able to coach her the last few years like you have, it has to be pretty special. And seeing her put up that kind of performance on the final game here on her home floor in regular season play had to be pretty special for you as a coach.
Oh, it absolutely is. And before I even get to the 1,000, I bet she's almost 1,500 now.
Yeah.
She's probably pushing that. And
that's what I was wondering.
Yeah, and that's an extra bonus, too, when you got a 1,500 point scorer and you got a 1,000-point scorer on the same team. But I would even want to talk about her defense tonight. I thought Haley's defense, with Caden down, Caden is going to be out a little while with a thumb injury. Haley stepped up, I thought, defensively. And with her stepping up defensively, I think that also makes her offense go just a little bit better. But back to her offense real quick. Yeah, when her shot's going down like that, we are really tough to guard because now you got to worry about Kennedy getting downhill with the dribble and she can get to the rim. And then you got Avery running the court, all those kind of things. And then, of course, what you said earlier with Taylor and Emma, just doing the role play stuff that they do for our team and how they set screens and how they distribute the basketball. Emma passed the ball really well tonight. Mm-hmm. I know she said I'm struggling with my shot right now. I think that's also a head game. I'd be more worried about her confidence, but I also think what she does for this team is just, as we mentioned, you and I before, the blocking and tackling, and she didn't mind it if everybody else scores a touchdown. She's okay with all that. But you got to have those players as well, and I thought her defense tonight was locked down too, her and Taylor. And with them getting kind of 2 early fouls there midway through the second quarter, I thought they played well with fouls, so that's another thing. But, yeah, what Haley does offensively, you and I could talk about for days. Yeah. I mean, there's just a lot of things that girl does, and she does it from the free throw line too, which is the lost art. You know, there's a reason they call those free. And if she gets to the foul line, she's pretty much 70%. So that's always a good sign as well.
We saw in the JV game, I know coming off of talking about, highlights there with Haley Redding, kind of a tough scene there during the JV game. Anna Servin tweaking, was it her knee, an ankle? How's she feeling? Was it just a tweak? Is she going to be all right down the stretch here? Because now with Caden being out, we assume she's going to have maybe a little bit more impact maybe coming in off the bench for you guys.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a mix and match for us. And obviously Ellie's going to borrow some minutes there. Macy, now Anna's out, and obviously with Miley out. Those two, I don't know when Anna's going to come back. And I want to, her injury right now is still new. She was struggling over the weekend with just a little bit of a hip, and she's been struggling with a knee issue since the summer. But, I'm going to see how that goes, and she wasn't moving well down there, so that wasn't a good sign. And she said she had some tingling going on in her legs. Again, don't want to speculate on that injury, but it's one of those things too. She's worked hard during the summer. I just want to, she's earned some of the minutes she was getting, and hopefully it's just an easy injury, and maybe she's out one game or a couple days or whatever the case may be. But Anawan's Wednesday, and we got to get ready for that. And obviously, Anawan has struggled a little bit this year, but they still have Bell, who really plays well for them. And obviously, that'll be the last game of the year, and we want to finish this conference title off right. We did get the conference title tonight.
There you go. Congratulations.
Even if we lose to Anawan, we still get it. So girls did a nice job, and that was one of their main goals going into this. So it's always good to see one goal kind of checked off your list. And obviously, we want to finish this season strong, 24-4 right now, and we kind of just want to roll right into the regionals.
Yeah, we're talking with the head coach of the A-Town Tornadoes, Brett Dugan here. Final thing before we let you go. I know you probably want to go down there and celebrate with your seniors here, so we won't keep you too much longer. But, Coach, like you mentioned, you got Anawan on Wednesday, LTC tournament coming up this weekend, and then it is regionals here. I know you guys are dealing up with the injuries, but kind of that next man up mentality, that's kind of what I imagine what you're going to be preaching here down the road. What is the message outside of that as you guys get ready for that postseason play?
Well, Caden's promised every teammate that she's going to be back at some point in time, and you don't want to doubt that girl. She's got a great work ethic anyway, and her pain tolerance is second to none. So I have a feeling she'll be back at some point in time. When that is, on the doctor's orders, it's going to be 3 weeks, but I really think she'll be back before then, just because of the way she's working her thumb and getting back into action. But next man up, you got Avery, and if she just and she wasn't even feeling well tonight. She had 10 or 11 points, and obviously on the back end of some of those Kennedy Quinn passes. But if she runs a floor like that, and honestly, she was keeping some balls alive, and you could tell she didn't feel normal.
Yeah.
But I think she'll get those borrowed minutes. And then you got Ellie, I thought, did a nice job tonight. I know she got 4 fouls, and she was all worried about fouling out in senior night. But and then you got Macy, who's been doing a nice job in the JV games. We've asked her just recently to step up because you got Molly out and you got Anna now out. So Macy's had to handle the ball more, and she's just not used to that. But Macy being a 5-player in that lineup, or a 4-player, that just brings, okay, now I'm back to my original role, Macy, that is. And as a freshman, she can step into those shoes. She just missed a shot tonight, and we'd love to see her take it. So that was good to see that. And I think she's getting a little more comfortable as the year goes along.
I think so, too. And certainly look forward to seeing what she can do here if she is called upon here down the stretch. He's the head coach of the A-Town Tornadoes. They wrap up the home slate with a 56-29 win, I should say here. Best of luck the rest of the way, Coach. I'm not gonna make any promises, but I think the plan is potentially to be here for regionals. So
who do I got to talk to? Who do I got to talk to, Wyatt? We got to get that done, buddy.
I think we'll be here for regionals for sure. You guys host regionals here, so I think we're planning on being here for regionals, and then we'll see how it goes the rest of the way. But, Coach, it's been an honor chatting with you, getting to know you both on the mic and off the mic. You and I have gotten the chance to talk a lot. It's been a pleasure watching this team grow, just where they came from the start of last year and seeing where they are now, the #1 team in the state. Been a fun ride. We appreciate you letting us be a part of it here, coming up, chatting with us, and we can't wait to see where it goes this season.
I get a lot of compliments on how you're doing the job for us, and we really appreciate that, the following, the support just off the air, and giving this game that we are playing to the best of our ability, giving it eyes and giving it to the listeners out there. So we really appreciate what you do for us as well. And we wouldn't want anybody else in front of that mic besides you.
Hey, man, we appreciate that. I appreciate that. Coach, maybe we'll talk to you tomorrow here, boys game. You going to be here?
I'll be here, buddy.
All right, sounds good. We'll put you on the mic there tomorrow as well. He's the head coach of the A-Town girls basketball team, Coach Dugan, joining us here as we wrap up the senior night festivities. That's going to do it for me here, folks. We wrap up the final girls game of the year. Boys will be back at it again tomorrow as they will take on Knoxville. Should be a good one. We'll have the call for you here on TSSR. And then we'll have more basketball as the week moves on. Season winding down, folks. It's sad to say that, but we got some good basketball down the stretch as the A-Town Tornadoes finish a 56-29 win over Stark County here tonight. Senior night for the girls. They go out on top. #1 team in the state. Until tomorrow, we'll chat with you again here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Have a good one.